picture. The troll has been shot by a cannon, failed its panic test and fled. So the troll's not doing too much there. The ballboy biggins failed their animosity roll, that's why they're hanging around here. And in combat, you can see that I've lost 3 Savage Orcs, that's why I've placed them behind the unit there. And didn't win the combat, actually. I lost my Frenzy from losing that fight, but crucially, my Savage Orc Great Charmer now is in combat and gets +2 to his casting rolls because of Warpaint, the 10-point item I invested in. Next photo, you can see my dinner. The guy who I'm playing, his lovely wife, cooked everybody hanging out for wargaming some steak and obviously mashed potatoes and vegetables. Don't know why I took a photo of this. I guess everybody was laughing and said take a photo of this for the battle report. So I took a photo. I'm pretty much 3/4 of the way through my steak there. Really excellent steak. Haven't had a steak that good in a long time. So kudos to the cook. Really enjoyed this mid-game break. Next photo. We're still in the break here. Everybody's actually watching the game of rugby. While this was going. I'm not a huge rugby fan myself, but the All Blacks were playing against France. This is the second game of the 2-series test. And the All Blacks, I better not say who won, because I will spoil it, but these 3 guys in the picture are my opponents. The guy with the red shirt and hat is the guy that's playing Empire. The other 2 in the foreground are opponents that I've faced before several times. And all 3 of these guys were at the recent tournament that I did coverage of. You can check out those tournament games on my YouTube page, www.youtube.com/user/WHFB. And just in general, these guys are great gamers to play against, and they're much older than me. These guys are in their sort of 40s, and I'm like 25, so it's really quite fun to hang out with them. Next picture, back to the action. I've charged into the flank with the Black Orcs, haven't managed to beat him. He's counter-charged with the Swordsman into the flank of the Savage Orcs, and charged him with his General straight into the Black Orc unit. So this is what Warhammer is about, one massive unit, brawl in the middle of the table, one big combat, and it all comes down to this. And after all of the attacks and stuff got resolved, nobody actually broke from combat, so amazing stuff here, really edgy-seat stuff with this game, really enjoying it. Next photo, the Boar Boys get shot by a cannon, and the cannon kills the BSB in the unit and kills 2 more of them, which was amazing. The frenzies, they don't have to take a panic test, but really great shot from the cannon. You can see there on the hill in the background, nailing one of my characters straight off. Next photo, the other Boar Boys have charged straight into the Greatswords, who haven't really got swords on them yet. The models aren't completed. The tank is really doing nothing because he's reduced to several wounds only. I've just been hammering him with fanatics and spells. Not spells, sorry, just fanatics. You can see that unit of goblins in the background in the forest. That's just like the bunker for my Night Goblin Shaman level 2, who's got the Staffs of Sneaky Stealing, and he's letting off like foot of Gork left and right. And the brawl in the middle of the combat's still going. Next photo, the giant charges down. The Outriders flee from him and rally, and they're going to be shooting at him shortly. But wow, the giant has lost 1 wound from shooting previously and is ready to lay the smackdown with his massive sword. The cavalry have fled from something else. I think they got charged by the Boar Boys at one point, and then they fled, and they've rallied on top of the hill, and the fanatics are still just doing their fanatical old thing. Next photo, what's happened here is I've actually managed to win the combat, but only a single flagellant left in the combat, preventing all of my units from pursuing and capturing banners. So a swordsman flee off into this distance, his general flees, and the flagellant is sitting around holding all of the orcs back. What a hero flagellant. And that prevents me from winning the game outright, because he can now rally his troops later on and come out for another go. In the meantime, I've lost a lot of Savage Orcs. Next photo, the Black Orcs pursue the Greatswords, who have actually managed to beat off the Boar Boys that they were fighting earlier. They flee past the tank, and the Black Orcs charge into the side of the tank. The cool thing here is I can pick a different weapon. Like against the Flagellants, I was using 2-hand weapons, but now I can pick great weapons to go strength 6 against the tank and demolish it. Unfortunately, Savage Orcs didn't get close enough to attack the handgunner, so they're standing point blank range, ready for a barrage. And my opponent didn't actually rally his general or his swordsman, so they're still fleeing, turning into a really interesting game now. Next photo, my Savage Orcs boars, the 3 of them left, have fled through the forest, and they've fled through the Night Goblins, who panicked and fled just to the edge of the table. So I'm going to have to rally them to try and get some points back, otherwise it's going to be lights out. And I've already a half strength for the Savage Orc Boarboy Biggins, who haven't seen any combat, unfortunately, in the bottom left of the photo. Next picture, wow. So I somehow, did Foot of Cork and killed this guy's friends and did a wound on him or something, and he fled. So he's about to flee off the table, but I did a massive Foot of Cork and just stomped on this guy, stomped on the Outriders, stomped on the general, stomped on the fleeing great swords, and killed them all five of them. And just had a massive magic phase. Gork or Mork or whoever it is, just stomped all around the battlefield and crushed several Empire units. So this Orc magic, I'm really starting to have a renewed respect for its effectiveness. When you get Wa off and Hand of Gork and Hand of Foot of Gork and all of these limbs of the Orc gods, it's just total pandemonium. Next photo, overview of the battlefield. The general and the swordsman finally rally, and the Savage Orcs get shot again by the handgunners. So things looking bad. They're not frenzied anymore either, so they're not immune to psychology. And the Black Orcs just pinging away on the hull of the tank, and eventually will kill it. Next photo. What's happened here is that so the steam tanks were destroyed. The Black Orcs turn around. The Savage Orcs had run away from being shot at, but then they've rallied again. Miraculously rallied the Goblin Spearmen and the edge of the board, as well as all of the Orc Bullboys. And I pursue his handgunners away, and his generals are hanging out, but that appears to be it. The game ends, and I actually won the game by a fairly whopping margin. By the way, the Giant got shot to pieces by Outriders earlier on, but then I stomped them on with spells. So that killed his Outriders, and his Wizard fled off the board. So he's left with only a Warrior Priest and a General, whereas I was left with a level 4 Great Shaman and the Black Orc Big Boss and the level 2 Shaman. So the points, definitely to me, since I took out the Steam Tank as well, the Black Orcs smashed it. So Black Orcs did exceptionally well this game. They probably did the best out of anything, apart from the Savage Orc Great Shaman, who really just mauled the Empire with magic. So first outing with Orcs and Goblins was a victory. Now I have to say that I didn't do a battle report of the second game I played this evening, but the Orcs also took on a Warriors of Chaos list. Not a particularly hard one. It was quite a soft Warriors of Chaos list, but I managed to win that game as well. So the Wa is turning out to be very good, managing to win 2 games against fairly soft lists, mind you, and not very hard armies, like not playing like demons or vampire counts or anything, but 2 wins nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed a bit of a change with the battle report. See you tomorrow for a high elf battle report tomorrow.